We have the president now. Hi, David.
Hello there. Sorry for being late.
No worries.
To our listeners, in case they're upset I didn't give my 12 o'clock update, but I was at a funeral for Jim Carr. It was a beautiful service. And for late Jim Carr, of course, the people that may not know him, he was an MP, member of Parliament for Liberals. He actually was very influential in establishing the partnership between the Métis and Enbridge, which really resulted in a lot of jobs. A lot of income for many of our citizens that got jobs inside the partnership with Enbridge, and at the same time, probably close to a 50-year agreement with Enbridge. So I'm very, very proud of what Jim was able to do. He was a minister, and he was very bold on telling Enbridge point blank, if you don't have a partnership with the Métis, then you're not getting our support, nor you'll probably not get your license. So Enbridge, of course, being a multi-billion-dollar monster in this country, business-wise, was under the very clear pressure from the minister. Either you partner with them and respect them as I do, or you're not going to go get your pipes into the ground. So, again, I was so honored to be there representing our people and to say thank you again to Jim. But just in general, Jim was a very, very likable man, very honorable man, a distinguished man. He always treated us with the greatest of respect, and the Métis government to him was something very important. And in fact, I was talking about him to call him to switch on the lights at the Portage in Maine a week ago before his sudden death. And he was fighting cancer, but everybody always believed he'd still overcome it. And but this time it took him, and so we didn't know he was going to pass that fast. And but it's great to know we were thinking of him at the same time. And but I was shocked like anybody else when I finally heard he left us and went to his new home. So, but it was a beautiful service. The Prime Minister was there, many dignitaries, seen many old politicians from the past who all came and show respect. So you can see widespread from every political party spread out to show respect and honor to him. The Premier was there, Wapkanu was there, Dougal Lamont was there, and then you have, of course, even Gary Doer was there, the mayor, on and on and on and on. And of course, the full cabinet, the Métis cabinet was there, right, along with a lot of our directors and managers, and I was so proud to see that, all wearing sashes to show our respect. So let's get to some business quickly for birthdays. Firstly, my sister-in-law is going to choke me if I didn't get this one in. Happy 5th birthday to Ava, who was celebrating her birthday on Friday, December 16th, or it probably passed already.
Yesterday, yeah.
December 16th. Yeah, it did, huh? What? No, it didn't.
Yesterday, yeah.
Oh, yesterday. Okay, wow. Time. Holy Christ, that scares me more. Christmas is coming.
You better get shopping there for Gloria, mister.
Holy Christ, that's fast. Happy 30th birthday to Cassandra Fleck from her dad, Larry Fleck. She's always listened to our show, and so does Larry. So happy 30th, a special one for you, Cassandra. Your dad pulled me to the corner at the light ceremony, switched on at Portage in Maine, and said, I need to make sure I send a happy birthday to my daughter. So, again, a special one to Cassandra. Happy 11th birthday to Aurora Pronto, Mark Pronto's daughter, Minister of Mining, who will be celebrating tomorrow, Sunday, December 18th. Happy birthday to Marcel Pelche, who was celebrating his birthday on Monday, December 19th. He didn't say his age here, but I'm telling you, he's up there. Happy birthday to Peter Fleming, Associate Minister from, I didn't know it was his birthday. Northwest Métis Council is celebrating his birthday on December 22nd. And, of course, Peter is brand new elected into our cabinet, and I'm very, very proud to have him around the table. Happy birthday to Teresa Bryan, who was celebrating her birthday on Thursday, December 22nd. So I was in Ottawa last. I just came back. I just arrived. A lot of people, in fact, Will Gunn is in a treacherous attempt to get home. He had to fly to Vancouver to fly back to Winnipeg. That's all the trips were canceled because of the storm. But our cabinet's meeting right now at the Fort Garry, and we're going throughout the active year some of the files that we need to, enhance its systems of operations a little bit more effectively, make it more efficient, and at the same time make it, as we have always proven, productive and resulting in great success to our citizens. So our cabinet's going to go over a lot of our departments and services and making sure that we can get better and more accurate in our services to our citizens. There are some people out there who feel that the services should be improved, and there's, of course, 90% of them who actually know it's a great service, but there's some that did not turn well. So you can't be 100% always perfect. So we want to make sure that small percentage out there is getting that 100% they're seeking for. So that's what we'll be talking about on Cabinet. How do we make sure we follow up when we do not fulfill our obligations, our dreams, our policies, and our attempts to make sure our people get the best service possible. So, as I said, without doubt, in 90% areas, overall, our services are perfect and our staff do an excellent job of trying to be the best they can for our citizens. But the odd time, we will not fulfill that 100%. So I still dream of getting 100%, and that's something I want to talk around the table with.
Mm-hmm.
Also had a meeting with Joyce Murray as the Minister of Fisheries. That meeting went very well. And she was a little, in my view, not properly briefed. When I went through the file of fresh water, of course, everybody knows I know fresh water very, very well. Mm-hmm. And I've been fighting this for over 20 years, trying to make sure this industry survives and enhances and increases and gets better results for our fishermen. And, when I spoke to her about it, I don't think she was briefed properly on the full spectrum of what struggles are for our fishermen, the hardships and the challenges they face. And again, the support we get from DFO for freshwater is very limited. I had to correct her when she said, well, the federal government, subsidizes fishermen and so forth. And I said, oh, no, you don't. In fact, any support that comes from freshwater comes on the backs of fishermen's sales. It has nothing to do with Canada. Canada doesn't put a penny to it. Yeah. So I don't know if I insulted her on that, but I had to correct her. I was going to make her believe that the federal government's giving fishermen money when they're not.
Right.
Fishermen giving their own money because freshwater is taking 50% of their sales, which is absolutely wrong, I told her. So anyways, we had a good discussion. I indicated very loud and clear the Métis government is going to play a role in this, whether she likes it or not. Mm-hmm. We're the majority of fishermen in those lakes, and we're going to make sure the Indigenous fishermen who are now the dominant. She talked about her trip to Gimli. She talked about eating fish in Gimli and visiting Gimli fish shops. I said, look, no disrespect to the Icelanders. They were dominant at one time, but now it's the Indigenous people who control most of the licenses and operations across our fresh water. So, and I said, she mentioned the other provinces, Saskatchewan, Alberta, Northwest Territories. Again, I had to correct her. I said, their delivery of fish to the overall encompassing industry is very small. Mm-hmm. It's very limited. Alberta, in fact, doesn't even have commercial fishing anymore. It's gone. The president of Alberta, Métis, left and abandoned the fishermen there, if you ask me, because they lost it all to sport fishing. They shut down the commercial fishing industry. So, and then again, Saskatchewan's got small deliveries, not much larger than one of our little lakes that we deliver across the freshwater for a result. So I had to correct her on that again. So like I said, I think she was improperly briefed. I did request a face-to-face meeting, so I want to tell her fishermen, I'm on this file. I want to make sure we push it hard to make sure our fishermen are respected, at the same time given what they deserve to get at least some support from the... There's no other industry in this country that does not get subsidization from Canada. Not that I know of. But for freshwater, they're the only industry that doesn't get no support from Canada. It's all in the backs of fishermen, and I think that's absolutely wrong. So, again, they pay taxes, they work hard, and the Indigenous people dominate at least 90% of the fishing industry in the province of Manitoba. So, anyway, I won't go on and on. Grand opening Dauphin was a massive success. I'm so proud of France's Vice President Richard Janai and, of course, Peter Fleming, and also past John Pronto, who actually stepped down from politics, and he was involved in the planning and strategy of the development of, and now we have the biggest office building on Main Street. And, in that little corner square, they actually own several blocks now, if you look at it. Mm-hmm. They're going to employ over 150 people. That's going to be a massive support to the Dauphin economy, to the municipality. And in fact, I was quite impressed to see so many mayors and reeves and councillors from different municipalities that came to the grand opening. Swan River was there. And I said, as a joke, because my brother was vice president one time, and this was his dream to develop these institutions of buildings, and my sister followed through, right, which I'm very proud of in my family. But I said to the mayor of Swan River, see, if Albert was alive, I said, I bet you this big building would have been in Swan River, not in Dauphin. But it was in Dauphin. So, no, but it really has to be in one of the major sites, because that's where all the people go to their doctor's appointment, to their services, their shopping, and all the other stuff of need. So, and we have a big Métis population now in Dauphin, so I'm very, very proud of that. So again, a beautiful building. If you haven't had the chance to get by there. And to our First Nations that support us there, I want to thank you very much again. The pharmacy is coming. I know many First Nation chiefs have approached me saying they're going to support us on the pharmacy, and that's coming up. And also going to have foot care and all kind of different health services that will be coming out of that building. So, again, I can't say enough and how proud I am of that. So there's so much more I'd like to speak on, but I know time's limited. I want to let other callers get in. And I did attend and corner the Prime Minister a little bit in Ottawa, and I'm still pushing hard for the meeting because I want this land claim to be on top of his mind again. That is a promise he made to us, that he commit to settle it this term, and this term is now. So again, Merry Christmas to all, and again, proud to have the commercials out there. I hope you've seen them, the videos that are going out there. Again, on behalf of Cabinet, on behalf of the staff, on behalf of our elders, and across beautiful our homeland right across the prairies, I want to say Merry Christmas to all from me and my wife and the family. My wife's beside me here. She came to the funeral too, and I want to say again Merry Christmas to all, and I look forward to giving a more broad report. There's so much on my file in front of me here, but I can't speak. Oh, by the fur company, we're still buying the fur out there, so get your calls in if you have fur. Get it out there. We have an individual that we've hired full-time now. Jason White, he's the director now, so get a call and go into our website. Get your fur ready, and we're going to pay you right away so you can have some money for Christmas. So, again, take care, everybody, and I'll give you a better report next Saturday. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye. All right. That was President David Chartrand with his weekly report. Métis Matters, a little bit shorter today, but, of course, we're appreciative of that as well.